Welcome back, everybody. I am Modern Randy, and today we are going over another interesting modern deck. As always, guys, if you like what you're seeing, you like what I'm doing, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and let me know what you guys have been interested in seeing in Modern so far, what you guys have seen in Modern here in the challenges, anything that's caught your eye, as well as what you think is going to be taking down the RC and DC here just in a few weeks. With all that out of the way, let's talk about this deck. So, this is something that kind of caught my eye. It had not done amazingly well in two different challenges, but it was the same person doing it. Um, Magic Online username of Screenwriter New York has put this deck into the top 32 of two different challenges, which kind of made me take a look at it. But this is a sliver deck with a very unique and different take on slivers. Usually, anytime we see slivers, it's a lot of ones, twos, threes, to kind of curve out perfectly, almost like how humans used to play, things like that. So this is a much different take on it, and it's essentially trying to combo off with Sorin, the Imperious Bloodlord. I know, kind of a weird thing. So Sorin plus Morphon the Boundless. So Morphon the Boundless is a 7 mana colorless spell, 6/6 changeling. As it enters the battlefield, you choose a creature type. Spells of the chosen type you can cast cost one of each color or less to cast. The effect essentially reduces the amount of color mana you pay, and then the other creatures you control, the chosen type, get +1/+1. So the reason why this matters, or the reason why this is good, is so essentially we're trying to put this into play on 3 with Sorin Bloodlord. So we, -3 Sorin, put a vampire from our hand onto the battlefield. We put in Morphatron, and then we play the first Sliver, or Sliver Legions is another good one. But first Sliver gives all our Sliver spells Cascade, and this has Cascade as well, so we get to cast it, and then Cascade into one of our 4-drops or less. So we have Reflex Sliver, which gives all our Slivers haste. We can do that. Cascade into that. Cascade into the Fairies, or another Sorin. Unfortunately, Memory's Call to get another Sliver. We can cast this, go get another first Sliver, reroll, or get, Sliver Legion, give all our stuff, give all our creatures a lot of +1s. We can go get, we can cascade into the other Sliver, gives them flying and haste. We have Malevolent Rumble here to kind of help turn through our deck, along with Oath and Nissa and Delighted Halfling to hopefully make, Sorin come in uncounterable, and then Summoner's Pact is another way to grab the creature that we're missing. This is a really weird take as a whole on Slivers. It's kind of different, it's kind of unique. I definitely like it. Obviously, it's doing something right. It did get, I believe 16th and 20th, or around those two numbers, in 2 back-to-back challenges. So clearly this player has, found something that at least semi-works, right? So it is kind of interesting to see. I think it's a really interesting take on Slivers as a whole. And it really kind of just, shows like the creativity that Modern and Magic has, really, like where you can do kind of these weird things and still make it work. So it is kind of an interesting take to see as a whole. I think it's an interesting way to build a deck. It's definitely caught my eye on just being so random, really, because it kind of took me a minute to realize what this player was doing, because I was like looking at it and I was like, okay, yeah, first Sliver makes sense. Silver Legion, your big top end, and I saw Morpheon. I was like, what? And I saw Sorin, and I was able to piece together the parts. Obviously, it wasn't too confusing, but like when you first take a look at the deck and going through it, you're trying to figure out what this player is doing and why they did it. But it's an interesting little take. I don't think this is going to break the format by any stretch of the imagination, or going to be even a tier 1 deck. I think this is a great deck that a player has found and kind of made their own, and I think it's a really cool idea as a whole, and this kind of showcases what you can do in Modern, and not every deck is figured. Going over their sideboard here real quick, nothing too crazy. They had one Calling Ritual, which is definitely there for the energy matchup. Same thing with this dramatic ending, kind of being able to answer problematic permanents in play. I'm gonna guess Blood Moon's probably a hell of a card for this deck to deal with. We have Silence to stop our opponents. So I'm gonna guess this is basically for like the Storm matchup or the Control matchup, so we can silence our opponent and then go through and get our combo going. Same thing with Veil of Summer here for the Control matchups. Lane Light and Sanctity, I have to imagine it's more for the Storm matchup, like I said, being able to stop their Grape Shots, things like that, and then Endurance as well. I'm guessing just for graveyard strategies as a whole. Maybe Storm is also, you can also bring in, maybe the Sexus has a horrendous Storm matchup, and that's what they're trying to deal with here, since it is a top tier deck at this point. Overall, really impressed with what this player was able to figure out and do, and just like a cool little deck, a cool little take on Slivers. As always, guys, I am Modern Randy. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.